Welcome. I have got myself a simple big bead on here. You can see that big heavy bead, and I've got myself a very sturdy thick hook. Basically this is a one-use fly called a Fritzy Blob. So straight off the bat, you know what you've got to do. Give yourself some nice bed of thread. But with this fly, do you know how amazing this fly is to tie? It doesn't matter how crap you are at tying flies, you ain't got to be perfect at doing this. So at the moment, all we've done is put the fly on, put the bead on, snapped it in the vise, and put a bed of thread on. That's how simple this is so far. If you can't do this, you shouldn't be tying flies. Bring it to the same as you get to the hook and you start getting to that turning point and you start hitting the point. That's when you should stop. So now you've got yourself at the base, just before the bend of the hook starts going that way. And now we pick up a bit of Malibu, which because I've reached the top end of the feather, I'm just going to whack that straight in, you know. Or should I pinch some off? I think I might pinch some off, then that way I don't actually overuse it. So strip some off. Okay, I've got some in my hands. Okay, I'm going to try and pinch these together best I can. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I think I'll have that. So just give yourself a little room to manoeuvre. Make sure your thread's that side of the hook. You're going to run it up, bring it to it. Okay, you're going to make sure your bead's down. You're going to hold your thread and pull on that so you get in. Yeah, now tie it in. Make sure that these crappy bits at the top, don't worry about it not being perfect. Okay, now you're going to twist these in so they stay in. Okay, you're going to run that all the way to the back end of the fly now. Okay, it's that simple. Make sure all those feathers, and it doesn't matter if you leave the white wick in as you stripped it off, it really doesn't matter. So they are. I think I'm happy with that tail. Yeah, as long as you get some feathers in and it's your tail's in. Yeah. Now you can keep on making this as rough and ready as you like it. So get me thing ready. You can see that rough and ready. There's your tail. Lovely. Even looks good on camera. Look. I know the sound quality is better using this device. I'm actually recording this off my Samsung 7. So there's a little plug for the old Samsungs. Believe it or not. Now here comes the exciting bit. What makes a Fritzy Blob a Fritz? This stuff. Hey! Look at this. Now you want to strip this back. If I can get this on camera for you. Strip this back. Okay? So you're stripping it back. Prise out it. The only problem with this is the tinsel gets everywhere. It feels a bit like Crimbo. Well, it's not Crimbo. You're trying to get yourself some Fritz. So again, try and manoeuvre it under the thread and in. And pull it back so you can get your... pull it back a little bit more. And that'll do. I'm going to try and trap that in now. It can be as rough as ready. It really doesn't matter how rough you make this fly. It really doesn't matter. Okay, don't worry about it too much. Some little thingies, they're going to make a nice little tuft at the top anyway. Bring that to the bottom of that eye, or that bead. Bring it up. Now you got this in. There's your tail. Yeah. Pull this up. So you're prising them up. Just stroke them up. And then go the same direction as everything else and twist. Bring it round the shank, bring it up. How easy is that? What's that, 3-4 turns? Now I'm going to bring that thread across. Okay, I'm going to bring that thread up again. This time I'm making sure I'm holding with my right hand the Fritz. And if I let go of that now, just pull it in, you can see a big tuft there, right? There you are, mate. I can now really get going on that. I don't care if there's a little bit of a gap at the side. But here, woo, look at that. Now, let me get these tufts. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. You're going to see this in a minute in all its glory. Now you want to try and pull as much of those tinsels back as you can as you tie in. And there you go. Now you can see it work on the camera. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I tie every one back so that I can get to the eye cleanly when I want to tie it on. Yeah. One. Whip finishing tool. Whip finishing tools. Now then, hopefully you can see this go together now. Okay, one. Because it's such a big eye and a big bead, I'm just going to go to 2 turns and really go strong on the thread. Okay, I'm going to go again. If I can get 3 turns, I'll go 3 turns. But if it's 2, then I'll go 2. Now this is the pinnacle. Get out of it. See, it's hard work like doing this with the camera right under my nose. But I'm going to have a go anyway. No, I didn't like that one. That didn't work. If it doesn't work, don't panic. Try again. It's funny because I can't really tie it the way I want to tie it. Okay, so yep, I'm happy with that. He got it. Now I'm gonna just take that thread up a scan. That'll do, and that's as easy as it gets. Now you can pull these back over. Make sure that that's nothing's catching the hook. No. Okay. And that is your Fritzy blob. What makes it a Fritz is the Fritz itself. Yeah. And then you got this Malibu tail. How does the tail work? Very simple. Unhook it. Yeah. And there's your Fritzy. There is your Fritzy blob. How does the Fritzy blob work? Well, it sinks dead hard with this big bead, yeah, which is now in place. Okay. And then this creates bubbles. And then this tail is like an attractor to the fish to have a little go at. It doesn't stay like that, okay? It doesn't stay like that. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, let me get some stuff on there. We saliva it. Doesn't matter. You're going to go deep with this fly. Deep, deep. We're talking 8-12 foot of water. Okay, and as you can see, when that Malibu starts to get wet, okay, when that Malibu starts to get wet, that's almost like a tail. See it? Yeah? And this bead, being heavy, will dive, and as you're whipping it in, you can either do a slow 8 retrieve on this one use fly for the day, or you could even do it like a slow 8 retrieve to a whip, like a whip. Like whoosh, 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 but then let it sink again. Retrieve, let it sink, that sort of thing anyway. But that's my one use Fritzy blob. Basically that is what I tie, and I say one use because I didn't stick no ribbon on it. You just saw that yourself, no ribbon whatsoever. You don't really need it, but as you can see, you can hardly get the hook. The hook's hidden inside the Fritz. Yeah, so that's camouflage from the fish. As the fish takes it, he'll think it's like a snail. It's almost like a snail pattern, and that's a Fritzy blob, and that will reflect any light coming at it. You can see it as it's sparkling. I call it I call it a Fritzy blob, but other people call it a Christmas tree. So it depends on what you want to call it. But that tail, I might even, if I'm getting nip, but they aren't taking the hook, I'll shorten that tail down to about there. So the fish has really got to get close to the hook. And they almost hook themselves on this thing. They really do. So that's my quick and easy Fritzy blob. Thanks for watching, and see you soon on Combi Fishing.